And we are live. Here we go. Let me just make sure I can see us everywhere. There we are. Woo woo. And there we are on my phone as well. Hey everyone, it is Eileen and welcome to Conversations with Eileen. And tonight I have my lovely guest, Maren Cranston, who I'm going to tell you a little bit more in a minute. But every week I am here for Conversations with Eileen on my personal Facebook page at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I interview the most amazing women. They are entrepreneurs making their mark in the world and contributing to the lives of people. And I am always so touched and inspired by these women that are just, making it all things happen in their life. And Maren, I've met a few years back, and I was just so impressed when I met her. She was just such a go-getter. And, I remember she was very into taking care of her body and so strong and such an entrepreneur. I was just so inspired by her. And we've kept in touch over the years, and I've seen such a transformation in her. And so she was a dental hygienist for a while. That was her, which she liked, but it wasn't, she wasn't totally, that was her calling until she got furloughed and everything changed, which I believe is 2020, but she'll tell us about that. And she, got into the world of finance, and now she loves helping middle-class families protect and secure their finances and really just empower them to help and educate them towards financial independence. So that is huge. And welcome, Maren.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, and welcome everyone. Thank you for being my guest.
Sure.
So tell us about this transition. So you went from, you had, different careers and restarted your life several times. Share a little bit about that with us.
Yeah, I've been a little bit of a nomad when it comes to employment, but I'm a single mom of 2 boys. And yes, I am a dental hygienist by degree. I have grown up in the dental world. My mom was an office manager for our sort of town, like city office. Like it was like the bigger office in our city. And she was the office manager for over 30 years. And so my sisters and I would help out there. So I was always like surrounded by the dental world. And when I went to look for a steady career, that's where I went. But I've always wanted to run my own business. I've always wanted to help people on a larger level. Always wanted to be a boss mom, but I didn't know what that looked like. And I've tried a couple companies, and yes, I was furloughed. And you know what? The company that I am partnered with came at the right time, and I fell in love with it, and I never looked back. The services we provide are things that people need. I love empowering women, families, not just women, dads too, but just empowering people with education and financial knowledge, because I didn't have it either. So
right. Yeah. And it's surprising how many people really don't, because even though we get taught math in school, we never get really taught about finances. I mean,
right.
We get taught from our parents, but a lot of these are inherited stories and,
right.
Money mindset of scarcity. And, so what you provide is so valuable.
Yes. And I mean, it's funny because most of the conversations I have, that's what we say, right? Like I wasn't taught that in school. Like I didn't know how to budget or like balance my checkbook. I remember seeing my dad balance his checkbook, but I was like, oh, it must be that easy, right? Like you just write numbers in it and it'll just totally do it itself. But,
right.
Being a divorcee, I had to learn how to do all that by myself, and learning to balance and budget really made me want to vomit, honestly.
Yeah.
It was very uncomfortable. And so pushing through that and realizing that, okay, I was really finances for dummies. If I can learn how to do this, I can teach others. And then my the financial company came into my life, and it just made it that much easier, and that many more tools and support. So it's been amazing.
That's so true. And you say finance for dummies, because I've always had a bad relationship with numbers back from school when I was a kid. And I always did. I just resisted it. I don't want to look at spreadsheets. I don't want, and really it's so disempowering to be that way. Like when you just don't, and there's so many people really that need help. Right. So I just believe if you are having these feelings, like you need to get help from someone like you. So.
Well, I appreciate that. And COVID has really, I'm just going to tap on that just for 1 second, because COVID has really opened my eyes, and I think a lot of the individuals that I've partnered with and our company in general, just how valuable life is, and tomorrow
Yeah.
is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are now really looking at their financial situations and financial plans and going, am I set up how I'm supposed to? Is my
Yeah.
family protected? Because, there are companies out there that if you get COVID, you actually aren't eligible for income protection or life insurance for 90 days after
Oh,
your
wow.
last negative test. And, life insurance is your foundation for your financial plan, but that's
Right.
scary because that is an assistance to families, if one spouse or
Yeah.
income producer unfortunately passes and that needs to be replaced. And so it's just been a real eye opener, this, COVID, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. But yeah, so it's, yeah.
Yes. Yes. No, wow, I didn't even know that. I'm just seeing if there's anybody saying hello yet. So sometimes I can't see. So if you're
It's okay.
on,
Hi.
no, I can't even imagine like not having that life insurance. So it's good that you educate people and, they know everything up front, so how to.
Yeah, and that's a big thing for our company is we really, especially for me, our company as well, in our district and our team, education is key. And most companies, they don't want to sit down with you, which is sad.
Yeah.
So I get excited about educating people and empowering them themselves. So
Yeah. So you actually started your own office with your company, right?
yeah, so I run my, an agency.
An agency. Yeah.
Yep. And so, and that's how most of our, how do I say, those that really want to grow and build, that is how your future looks, right? So yeah, I run my own agency and it's been amazing.
Wow. So
All
that must have
remote,
been,
nationwide. So
how long did you do that? How long did it take you to start your own agency? Because you probably worked under people first, or how did that work, or other?
yeah, so
In your company?
for me, I've been with the company about 2 years and I went full-time. I've been full-time for probably like a little over a year.
Okay.
And not that I've never thought that I've ever worked under anybody, because I feel like all the people that I'm partnered with and leaders and
You
trainers
work
and things like
together.
that, it's
Yeah.
just been an equal thing. Like they
Yeah.
just want us all to succeed, whatever that means for the
Yeah.
individual person.
Oh, that's
So I would say
wonderful.
like almost a year, maybe a little bit over. Yeah.
Wow. So a year and then you just started your own. Wow. So do you have a team now and with your?
Yeah, I've got, yes, I do. I have about, I looked the other day, like over 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
I
been-
am so proud of you. That's
Thank you.
wonderful. What a difference you're making for people, that saw this opportunity with working together with you, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
wonderful.
it's crazy because being a dental hygienist, I'm part of a couple pages, and it's been amazing to partner with hygienists because unfortunately they're looking to get out, but just meaning like being able to show people that they, where you are, if you feel like you're stuck, you're not.
Right.
And so it's been amazing to partner with, other individuals in my industry, but many, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what's nice about life today. We really learned this with COVID. You don't have to have one stream of income, right? We can work full-time and have a business and grow another one, right? So that's so much opportunity out there.
For sure.
So tell us about, like, I don't know how much you can tell, because I know some things with finance or, but like what your service is and what you offer and how you help the client. Yeah.
So we're pretty transparent. We help with things like wealth building and management, debt elimination, private life insurance coverage. We can set up 529s for college funding, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, annuities. We're also partnered with the #1 largest home security system, Vivint, in the country. And people are like, yeah, but you're, financial, and yeah, but we're also a marketing company, and we're really good, and we're honest, and we, have integrity, and so companies want to partner with us.
What is
So
the name of the company again? It's PF?
Primerica, oh, wait, which one?
Primerica.
Yeah,
Okay.
Primerica Financial Services, PFS
Okay.
Investments.
Okay, got it.
And we also last year started with mortgages and refinancing. So we
Oh,
do that now.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So are there, different, people take on different things, or do you know how to do all this yourself?
All of it, yeah. So
Yeah.
basically we're the Amazon of the financial industry, right? So
Wow.
instead of nitpicking, Edward Jones or State Farm, or, all these life insurance companies, investment, we do everything in one stop, right? And I love it because, we create relationships and we're being able to serve clients totally, right? Instead
Yeah.
of them having to go somewhere else and gaining that trust. So
Right, right. So then help people, and then it's also an opportunity for others, right?
absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
Tell us more about that. Yeah.
so yeah, so I never thought that I'd be in the financial industry. As I said, I was financials for dummies, but in regards to being a flexible schedule and not having a limitation on where you want to go or income that you want to earn, I mean, the opportunity is amazing. I tell people all the time that if I didn't have the support and training and leadership that I do, I would not be with the company at all. But it's been amazing. It's like my second family. It's just been incredible. And I feel like every day, every week, every month, I grow that much more. I'm on track to be an RVP by the end of the year, which is amazing.
What is that?
Regional vice president. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
and this was all just less than 2 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And, just being able to serve people in this form, here's the deal, like being a dental hygienist is amazing, but nobody gives you a high five for cleaning their teeth, right? A lot of times they're like, oh, I don't, she was too rough, or she didn't clean my teeth hard enough, or whatever.
Right.
And in this regards, to know that I've protected a family, God forbid if something happens, and have been able to like show them how their money is going to grow in the next few years to help them be financially independent at retirement, like that is gratification.
Yes, that is. And people so need help with that, because there's just so much information. You need a professional, someone that you trust, that
and we don't charge for our services. So we don't, you can go to a financial planner, which can cost you, a couple hundred, if not $1,000 for their services. We don't charge. We grow by word of mouth and referrals and introductions. So
wow. So if someone wanted to get in touch with you, what are the ways, is it best to, and do you have a website? Like what's the best way to contact?
Yes, I do have a website, but I feel like that's just somebody kind of being thrown into the middle of the ocean and just trying to figure out what. So best way is, feel free we're friends on Facebook. So if they want to message me, they can, I can share my contact information in regards to my phone number. I'm cool with people texting me, emailing me. Honestly, I'm available 24/7. Like, that's the thing about this, is that I don't shut my phone off. Like, I am here to serve potential clients, team, whatever it is. It's just love what I do, and I do it 24/7.
Wow. No, that's so great. So what I will do is I'll just tag you on this when we're done.
Sure.
And I'll tag you on it, and this way you could see Maren's name and reach out to her and message her if you're interested in financial service, financial education, opportunity for yourself, So anything else that you want to say that we haven't touched on, about your journey, or what you do or offer, or?
No, I think for just depending on, who logs in, you and I are really big on, single moms and divorcees. And I just, and divorcee dads too, like, I don't know who logs in, but, just never feel like you're stuck, but always, when you become a single parent, make sure that, like, these are things that I didn't think about. And so putting this in the forefront, protecting your kids if they're younger, because they're still dependent on you 100%, just making sure things are in place
Mhm.
That's my biggest
Yeah,
advice. And it's things that nobody really thinks about until it's put in front of your face or until something happens. And so don't wait
right,
at
right.
that point. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you get divorced, your two families have two
Right.
different households to run,
Right. Right.
right? And if something happens to one, like the best thing to have is the life insurance if there's one parent now, right? With
Yep.
especially with college and everything. So
Yes. Yep.
yeah, no, that's so true. That's so
Yeah.
true. So in closing, any words of wisdom, anything you'd like to share or any other little nuggets? I mean, you provided so much, but
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Just, you know what? Just, I've talked to so many people like in so many different situations. And I think that just give yourself grace, give yourself, just be patient wherever you are in life and
mhm,
know that God has a plan and
mhm.
be patient with what that means and how long that takes. Um,
So true.
yeah.
Yes, be patient because we do have our ebbs and flows, right?
Yes. You want
In life.
to make God laugh, tell him your plan. So, but yeah, just be patient with the ebbs and flows and there is a light at the end of
Yes,
where you feel like you're even in your darkest time, there is a light.
there
And
is.
that's what I mean. That's another thing is I love connecting with people and an ear to listen.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I just want to share
Sure.
one thing. There's a book called Creating Abundance, and one of the chapters talks about money is like the ocean. It goes in with the tide. Like sometimes when you're at your worst times, right?
Yeah.
You lose a job or you lose money in the stock market, or whatever. And then that wave of abundance comes.
Yeah.
And that's when you win the lottery or you get that promotion or the whatever. But that's how I think about sometimes when I go in and out of it's going to ebb and flow.
Sure. Yeah.
But when you really know your finances like you, and you set yourself up, that's a different ball game. Because you're
Yeah.
really set up and you're educated, right? So
And believe you deserve it. Believe
yes,
you deserve it, which is
yeah,
hard for some people, which I've learned is that
so true.
people don't believe they deserve success or finances or love or appreciation or,
Mhm.
and just believe it. I mean, and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight, but you
Yes,
deserve what, you deserve it. Yeah,
yes. Believe it. You got to believe it to
Believe it.
receive it, right?
For sure. Absolutely.
Well, that was wonderful. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you so much. It was
And
so great seeing you.
yes,
And
congratulations. You too,
Thank
on all
you.
your success. And
Thank
thank you everyone for joining in, and reach out to Maren. If you have any questions for her, I'm gonna tag her on this, and you could just, go on her name and message her. So,
Awesome.
all
Thank you,
right.
Eileen. Okay,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Have a great night. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
You
Thanks for
too.
joining
Bye.
in.
Okay.
Bye.